That's the part I'm very interested in, and getting people involved and having them have that experience. So that's what excites me.
Yeah, it's definitely the future. And Starseed Film and Music, we're we've moved into the VR space. We're wanting to do these virtual film festivals, like, but in the metaverse. But the problem we're running into, no one has the Oculus, the headset. So I'm sure they'll get them in the future, but I think we're just ahead of the game right now.
That's all it is, my friend. That's all. It's funny to me because I know you're so pumped about it, but you're just a little early, and people are gonna catch up with you. Hi, Karen. How are you doing?
Fabulous. Awesome. I'm so glad. Thank you, BDL, for posting this. I was on a phone call and it came up. And so, yay, JDev. Thank you, Starseed, for hosting. JDev, I'm so glad to see you and hear you. And Sukul, awesome. Tanya, yeah. And beautiful She Crypto, my sweetie, my chocolate chip muffin. And yeah, it's awesome to be here. And did I come in just at the tail end of something happening tonight at JDev?
So yes, Karen, firstly, great to have you here. And yes, we'll be showing our latest short film, Carino, at 9 p.m. On Beam. So stick around for that, and hopefully you can catch it. It's a 20-minute short film, but would love for you to be there to watch it.
Absolutely. Will you be able to say post the link somewhere that we can? Is this going to be open to the public? And is that 9 p.m. Uh, Central, Pacific, Eastern?
Eastern Standard. I think the link is posted on the Starseed page, Karen.
I
So
also pinned it to the nest if you wanted to.
okay, there it goes. And thanks again for being in here. We love when you come in here.
Love being here. Yeah, I retweeted the space. Awesome. 9 p.m. So that's in 3 hours. So 6. Okay. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I'll be available.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm in British Columbia, Canada,
So
West
actually,
Coast.
actually, it's in 30 minutes. So it'll
Right.
be
Yeah,
9 our
6
time.
p.m. Yeah, 6. Yeah, 6 for me. So yeah, in half an hour.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You scared me when you said 3 hours from now. Oh no, I don't want you to be late for it.
Thanks, Karen, for tapping in. Karen has been so supportive, of everybody in the space. You got like a handful of people who are just really, really passionate about Film 3 and that supportive across the board. And I don't think that people understand how imperative that is. I think, yeah, it's really good to like focus on your brand and what you're doing. But if one wins, we all win. And we're kind of still early. And I feel like, there's going to be so many different platforms and things that we haven't even seen that to come to fruition yet that we don't even know about. So it's just a good place to be as an artist, whether it's music or film. But I think that a really imperative thing is to really to authentically like build community. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times people think building a community is just uh, a soundboard, but it's not. It's so much more than that. It's about really, caring and sharing and showing up and showing out for each other. And so that's what I really like. So thanks, Karen, and Bad Download, and yeah, let's just keep pushing and let's keep encouraging each other.
Absolutely. And coming from music, I know a lot of people in the music game still have context, and I see what was sad was they didn't understand that in the Web3 space you have to build community. It's absolutely imperative to your project that you build community. So there were a lot of hip hop projects that just tried to you know, hop in the game feet first, and they fell flat on their face because they didn't have the community, that Web3 community backing them up. Um, and a lot of their supporters from the music game, the music industry. just left them out there as far as buying their NFTs and whatnot. So you're right. When it comes to community, like build your community, man. It is super important to do that. Um, so yeah, but Web3 is the future. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, and I would really like to second what She Crypto said. Like Karen is such a positive influence to the space. We had a wonderful conversation last week. I think it was Wednesday itself, and we made it a very flinch-tastic Wednesday where we had a conversation and saw the movie as well. So she was very kind enough to introduce me to everything. That was my first time using Beam, and just overall such a great experience and such a welcoming experience as well. So thank you again for that, Karen. And you're a gem for the space.
Which was such a dope movie, wasn't it? Oh man,
So
that
good,
was
man.
cool.
I've been listening to the soundtrack all week.
It's definitely a classic. Definitely a Web3 classic.
Yeah.
I, I
Hey, I
rem-
wanted to go back to, since you asked about the Oculus and VR things, right? I feel like I've had a VR movie script idea like ready to go, uh, and specifically wanted to make like a horror film because take advantage of that 360-degree view that you get when you put on an Oculus, right? You don't know where something will come from. Like in a horror movie, you already don't know when something can come and grab you, but to have a 360-degree uh, element to that and unpredictability. So have had that there, but it just needs to catch up a little bit more into mass appeal, just so once we make it, we can get it to as many viewers as possible. Because sometimes the hardware part of it gets limiting to like how many people can actually view it and experience it. So hopefully that comes about soon.
Bro, do that. Let me tell you. So I have an Oculus, and I'm a gamer too, right? So I play the games on the Oculus. The latest game that I downloaded was the new Twilight Zone game that came out. And when I tell you they took advantage of uh, the whole VR aspect with the jump scares and the noises, I've never got so many goosebumps playing a video game as I've done with Twilight Zone. I mean, it's crazy. So just imagining what a film could do, like the potential, dude, is through the roof. So if you have that script, man, do that. It'll be super dope.
Sounds good, man. That sounds like a very interesting experience. Let me ask you about, like, let's go a little further into that. Like, if there's a way, like, say if I want to, if before making it, I would love to learn and see what other movies have done. Is there a way, like, do you know a place where I can check out more movies made for like more virtual reality movies that like I can check out?
Yeah, you could like on the Oculus they have like a little, I forget what it's called, but where you could go watch all the Oculus movies and videos. And you could go there. There's a few of them on there. I think the YouTube VR app has a few. And just get on there and check out some of the horror games that they have. That would definitely give you inspiration on how to shoot your film. Um,
All right,
learn,
sounds sounds
learn from
sounds good. I'm a bit terrified about that too.
Man, when I tell you those games are like, I've been playing video games my whole entire life, and I've never gotten actual goosebumps from a video game until I put these glasses on. And I mean, it's crazy, like how they use the sound and the visuals. Like they'll have a sound and it'll be projected behind your head, and it sounds like someone's whispering in your ear. Crazy. So learn from how these video games do it, and you'll make a classic. Trust me.
Okay,
No,
okay, sounds
it's
good.
really easy to shoot in VR because it's kind of like you have to put yourself in the person's point of view. So when I shot it, I usually just back up a little bit, bend my knee, and then I stand up and go forward. So literally in my like when I was doing this, I would shoot it, and then I upload it to YouTube. And there's a part where you can say you can do this in I think VR, and then you can do that. And then if you're actually going to do a real big VR experience, this is my suggestion for my clients, and and a lot of them used it. It helped them a lot because because I had clients in real estate, clients on different things. So because like Google, it's Google Boxes. It's like $5.95 to get it printed up. You put your phone in it. And, so if somebody doesn't want to really go out and spend all that money in a but they want to see what it looks like in a VR, and you want to kind of like give them a little tease if you want to say it, you can actually send like a Google box with your brand into this, print it all up, and then you send it to someone as a gift. And then you can say, you put a card in there, handwritten. You don't need to print anything up. Or, like if you had a Google box, and you can go to any printer. You can actually go online and go to Etsy. You can download it, put it together. It just puts together. It becomes like a little VR box. You put your phone in it, and put your headphone in it. You have a full you can feel it. You can just move your head around. You can see everything, but it's something just kind of to get people excited about it, and it's a gratis. It's something to think about. It's really big marketing.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. I'd never considered that, but and affordable too. If it's just about matter of printing it and getting it set for everyone to do it, that could really be a gateway into getting a lot more people to watch it.
And it's fun too. It's fun.
Genius.
But I wanted to answer your question. Like I looked it up. Best movies to watch in VR. Number 1 is Ready Player One. Number 2 is Avatar. Number 3 is Finding Nemo. Life of Pi, which is, I love that. The Matrix. Star Wars Episode V2. I always forget what that's 7. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Gravity. The Lego Movie. Wreck-It Ralph. Mad Max Fury Road. The Martian. Zootopia, The Jungle Book, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Blade Runner, 2049, The Dark Knight, Inception, Interstellar, Adventures, Infinity War. I mean, it can go on. And Fantasia. There's a lot of movies that you can watch in VR. I didn't.
And so, but like with this, is this like going on, say, like pulling up Netflix on your phone and kind of watching it, or on Oculus? How would one go about that? Like, say if I wanted to watch Ready Player One on my friend's Oculus that he has, how do I go about doing it? Do you know?
Well, for this one on the IMDb site, they're saying to watch it. You watch it on tbs.com for Ready Player One, and then you on Avatar, you have to get it through Prime Video. Rental buy is $3.99. Cinemax has it too. You can watch that in VR.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I was wondering if these are like VR specific prints, or just or is it just about watching that movie through the glasses?
Yeah, through VR. That's what most people. Because I've only seen one, and that was Inception. When it first came out, it was one of the first movie I've seen. And you gotta realize I did this like 2015. So, but nowadays that I hear it's incredible. I haven't had a chance to really try the new glasses, but I mean that's what. And also, when you do VR, when you shoot VR, almost everyone test try it by putting it on YouTube. YouTube is the place to go because you can watch it normally and then you can watch it in VR.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That's good to know. Yeah, it's just like my idea for making the horror movie was to then go to like Halloween parties and then just have like a corner where everyone gets to experience it, and maybe even genuinely add like a real life experience to it. So like just know the exact moment when something's happening, and maybe like have a feather tickle them or something. So like it's genuinely, we just wanted to scare people. So
I love that.
really give them a full experience that way. So
That
we'll see how to
reminds
make that happen.
that reminds me. I don't know if you met the Hatman VR, the Hatman guys, the Hatman NFT guys. But we
I
had
have
them.
not.
Yeah, we had them on the virtual film festival as a guest. I think it might have been 4 shows back, and they actually do the escape rooms and the whole entire experience, and it's tied into their NFTs. So their whole setup over there and what they got going is amazing, pretty incredible. You might want to reach out to them or follow them on Twitter. It would be a cool
Yeah,
connection.
I just found them on Twitter. I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna find the spaces you guys had
Yeah,
to learn more about them.
Yeah, they were pretty transparent. Like, I don't think they're ready to go ahead with their project or something like that just yet. Something happened, but they were pretty transparent about it. But yeah, it'd be cool for you guys to link it. I know if you're doing something episodic, if you wanted to talk a little bit about that, if that's what you're aspiring to do next. There is a person in the space that actually is like making their own episodic. They have like a couple, I think, like productions in the can. So if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. Because yeah, the next thing that we're trying to make is professional assholes, and as the name suggested, so it's not gay porn. It's actually about a group of people that you can hire to be assholes for you. So if you have neighbors that are annoying you and you don't want to go make your hands dirty, you can hire them. They'll do it for you. You want to go right? You want to go protest, but like it's kind of raining out. You don't want to go out and do it yourself. You hire them. They'll do it. They'll shoot the stories for you. You can put on your Instagram. You look woke, and you can still be chilling in your bed. And or hey, you want to break up with someone but you don't want to deal with the mess, you hire them, they'll go break up for you. So that just gives you an idea of who professional assholes are. And yeah, this is we want to make a comedic series about this. um, and actually, to be honest, this is something, the idea, the concept of it, we actually wrote it back in like our main head writer Francisco and Rishish right here. They filmed this in 2016. But like coming out of college, you only can, we only had a certain level of skill and craft because we've only been making movies for 2, 3, 4 years, and having had all those years of experience racked up, now when we revisit, like we're like, what do we want to make next? We revisited the concept and completely revitalized it in the sense that before it was just like a straight up kind of a straight up comedy, and this time it is comedy, but the characters are more in depth. They're more three dimensional. Uh, there are arcs involved, and all these characters have insecurities, and they have their strengths, and then there's the way they merge and match with each other. But uh, yeah, and in real life, like one of the things that really interests me is to tell a story in one episode, so to satisfy someone experiencing the story, and leave just enough of a thread and crumb that you can come back and want to see the next episode. That part of storytelling, episodic storytelling, really excites me. And so really glad to be able to like work on something episodic and professional assholes. um
So
yeah.
is the professional asshole something like Jackass, or is this something that's like a legit, like character driven, like episodic?
It's a legit character driven episodic thing. So it's not like they're going to go around and being in and we're going with cameras and filming it. This is like, it's fully fictional. There is no group called Professional Assholes that currently exist in Miami, although there might be after we make this, because that might be a lucrative business idea. But it's gonna be fictional and yeah, episodic.
Cool. Sounds like a cool idea. Yeah, Sherry McCracken, you should follow her and just keep your eye on her. In this space, like you've got people who are doing things that you may want to do, and not just you guys, but just in particular, just as a whole. So people should link so you can kind of see, there's blueprints that are being laid. So you have Sherry McCracken. Definitely
Yeah,
tap in.
yeah, definitely. If you
Very
can
awesome.
send me her profile or a tweet from her, and I'm gonna try and find her right now in itself.
Hold up, let me. I'll do that now for you.
Professional
Never mind, found
assholes
her.
actually sounds hilarious, bro. Like I can see Will Ferrell all in that.
Yeah, for sure. Will Ferrell might be might be. We're going very Miami with it, so he might stick out, but he'd be great in it. He has great comedic chops.
He's one of my favorite actors.
He's definitely a really good man, especially Anchorman, man. Oh my god.
They filmed Anchorman 2 here in Atlanta, and this was like, when did they do that? Was it about 11, 10? I think it might have been a little under a decade ago. And I was just walking downtown, and I stumbled upon the set, and I was just looking at these guys act, and like the just how a set moves when the cameras are off. And I was just watching Will Ferrell, and it was such an awesome experience that I had back then. Just dreaming of one day being able to, you know what I'm saying, uh, experience that from a director's point of view or an actor's point of view. So just one day walking downtown and stumbled upon Anchorman 2.
That's
Pretty cool.
amazing, man. That's amazing how like life gives us those experiences. But yeah, and also I think like a film set has its own like um breathing, like a film set breathes in its own kind of rhythm. And
Right.
when the cameras are not rolling, some other people are busy, and like depending on your role on set, maybe if you're the guy who's like the grip who's supposed to set up the lights, most of your work happens when the cameras are not rolling. And then when they're rolling, you got to do nothing but sit and watch, or like sit and be silent.
Yep. Yep.
While we're on the subject, the reason why this platform, virtual film festival, was even brought to like fruition is because Tanya wanted to help Gino, who is an accomplished musician but an aspiring filmmaker, you know, basically help make his dreams come true. So this platform is for him to kind of learn and to actually, get off into filmmaking. So if you had any advice for Gino, or someone who would be interested, because this is a small room, but just because it's a small room doesn't mean that this is Tanya has it set up. So this is going to live on in the metaverse forever. So what would you say? What would you guys say for someone like Gino?
I mean, first and foremost, it's about like going out there and trying to make things. Not you will never learn anything more than when you actually go out there and try. And it won't. And the other thing is just be prepared. It won't be perfect. I'm someone who struggled with trying to get perfectionism like all my life and things. It's not going to come out perfect. And filmmaking is all about problem solving. You can prepare all you want. Pre-production is key. You can prepare all you want, but when you go out there, something's bound to go wrong. You can have everything in place, but something's bound to go wrong. So be ready for that mindset, and be ready to problem solve. And sometimes you'll be surprised that the solution you find under pressure might be better than what you already had. I'll give you an example. We were shooting a scene at a parking lot, and this was more like a parking lot building, and so we were shooting at the rooftop of that. And we shot one scene there, and that was nice. But the second scene had a lot more dialogue, and it became a lot more windier then. And we were just not getting the right. We were not getting good dialogue. Sound was not going to be great. And since we had used that location once, it wasn't really adding much to the film. So took 5-10 minutes as a timeout, and as we were on top of that building, we found a bridge um, that was crossing a lake, and we're like, hey, it just had the right. It was newly made. We had not seen it before. Like it had just the right lighting to be able to go shoot that scene there. So it's like, you know what, uh, let's just go shoot it there instead. And till today, I think that is my one of my favorite scenes from that movie. Uh, and so just in terms of that advice, right, so be ready to problem solve. It's not going to be perfect, but like it will be yours, and it'll be great. And just do. You will learn more by doing than anything else.
That was amazing. I have to
Thank
say,
you, my brother.
just tapped
Appreciate that.
this room. We are talking to Jaydev and Sakul. They are going to be screening their short on Beam. So if you guys just tapped in, hi, Big Love and Kimani. If you got time in the next, like, 10-15 minutes, you guys could see their short, and I'm sure it's amazing.
J Dev, before I'm gonna let us get out of here a little bit earlier so we can all get over there to the Beam app and get settled in. But before I open up for questions, um, so I like to ask all of our guests this: where do you see yourself in the next 10 years, as as far as film or as company wise, or
Yeah, in the next 10 years, man, my ideal scenario would be working and creating episodic content. uh, whether it's our next project in line, professional assholes, or whatever it might be. I love the idea of two things, right? I love being able to work with the same team, build chemistry, build trust. And look at the team that Breaking Bad, they did 5 seasons. Then they went on to Better Call Saul and making 6 more seasons. The production team of Better Call Saul, it's morely the same team, and they are so much more efficient, so much better at doing it because they've done it before, and you build chemistry that way. So my idea is to be, and that's one of the things I love about episodic, the episodic format of telling stories, and I love like leaving a cliffhanger and a crumb so that people can be excited to come back and watch it. Now that medium might change, that medium might be something Web3 related, some that medium might be virtual reality related, but the craft will still be storytelling, and I'm just excited to get better at that craft and hopefully do it in an episodic manner.
That's awesome, man. And right now, the Web3 and Film 3 space, you guys have the juice right now. And with your history and the films under your belt, your potential is limitless, brother. So I definitely see you becoming super successful because professional assholes, I love it. I could definitely see that on at Netflix or Hulu or Prime for many, many seasons. So
Thank you,
yeah,
man. For
brother.
the amount of dick jokes we have, I think HBO might be the way to go about it. Um,
Well,
but
run it up, nevertheless.
yeah, and I really hope with that process, like this space, I want everyone to grow in this space. This is not, sometimes I go to the film festivals and it's still very people like to act in cliques and go after people who they know.
Yes,
But having been to like NFT conferences, having been to Gary V's VCon and NFT NYC, what I've seen is there's a lot more community involvement here, and just because one project's doing good, we're not hating on the other. We just want the space to succeed. Same way, I kind of want that. I want that attitude to get into filmmaking as well, and want all the other filmmakers to succeed and see their projects go out, because this is what it is. It's a chance for us to create and do something.
absolutely. Um, well, Web3 is a future. Every, everybody's saying the same thing. The predictions are absolutely great for where this space is going. And
But yeah, but with that, Web3 is the future, but I want to also change that take and be like, Web3 is the present in the sense that we're in it right now. And
right,
everything
right,
that we're
right.
doing, the things that you guys are doing, the fact that you're having this space right here, uh, that we're having this conversation and a screening after, all of this, these are actions we're building to build the space
Yes,
out. This, we can keep imagining it or tweeting like Web3 is the future, but to be honest, Web3 is like we're in it right now, and we're responsible for building it. So
that's awesome. I like the
I'm
way you
just
put
happy to
that.
be here with you guys.
Web3 is now. So we're
Web3
gonna
is now.
we're gonna open up the floor. If anybody has any questions or for Jaydev, feel free to go ahead and speak. Um, it's already 8:50. I think
So,
we're
so will you be doing any more film festival? Like I know Fort Lauderdale Film Festival is coming up, and you just did Miami. So would you be doing Fort Lauderdale?
So actually, yeah, we after winning the best film short film, the audience award for the best short film and the Miami Film Festival, we kind of realized, we have something here, so we to try out into more. So we already screened at Sarasota Film Festival. Have to check Fort Lauderdale one again.
I
Um,
went to November. I only know because I sponsored a film festival for them, and the Soda one. I know the girl that did the PR for it, so I know because that one just finished, right? Because the one in Fort Lauderdale is, I think
yeah,
it's
I think when we were
November.
when we were I think that's why. So when we were applying back in like, I think it was last December, November, December time, uh, the festival like at the 2021 had closed and the 2022 one had not opened yet. So that's actually a good point you bring up. So thank you, and we'll consider putting it in there. But the next one we're going for uh, might be, we're waiting to hear back from New York Latino Film Festival. So that's the next one up on our road ahead, and hope to hear some good news from them sometime soon.
That's great. I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you and talk to you. So because when I looked at your bio, I was like, University of Miami. That's my hometown. So congrats, by the way. That was incredible that you won.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, 305, just I call Miami my home away from home. So it holds a very special place in my heart.
Well, Jaydev, this space was amazing, brother. We appreciate you stopping by and talking with us. Um, and we look forward to more projects coming from you guys. And at this time, what I like to do every virtual film festival, I like to present our guest. We're going to get this to you after we end this, but I want to present you with the Starseed Film and Music Hall of Fame Golden Ticket. So we give that to all our guests, and we'll be getting that to you as soon as we end this, brother. And congrats on everything. And I'm super stoked to see this film here in a few minutes.
Thank you, man. I'm honored. Like, thank you for having me on here. Tanya, thank you for, like, uh, the bio, and I know you were preparing the article. But just thank you for having me here. She Crypto, great talking to you again, and thank you to everyone in the room. Uh, Karen, always a pleasure talking to you. So cool. Thanks for being here, for the support. Kimani, big love. Bad download. Do you guys call him BDL? Is that correct? Did I catch that on correctly? But no, thank you for having me. It's a truly an honor, and thank you for honoring me with the golden ticket. And yeah, get some popcorn ready, get some snacks. We have 5 minutes till the movie screens, and we'll catch you on there.
Awesome. All right, guys. Catch us next week. Same time. Well, it might be 12 p.m. depending on our guests and their time requirements. It's gonna either be 12 or 8 p.m. Um, but you already know who it is. Starseed Film and Music and Social Chats. We're out of here.
Bye, everybody.